everyday behavior. As Uganda embarks on this initiative, one question remains. Can regular community cleanups become the foundation of a lasting culture of cleanliness?
Keeping Uganda clean isn't simply about removing rubbish. It's about protecting public health, preserving the environment, and also taking responsibility for the places we all share. National Cleaning Days may have started the conversation. The challenge now is ensuring it doesn't end there. I'm Victoria Sabatani, and thank you for watching Impact Uganda.
NBS. Always.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. And artists, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yugatunes, the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Yugatunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
NBS. Always. NBS Live at 9.
Well, what do the young people say? Thank God that it is Friday. Yes, indeed. Well, this Friday had a lot of big things happening. One of them is you get to have a choice as to exactly what you get to watch. Your viewing experience is up to you. What do I mean by that? With MTN TV by Afro Mobile, you can stream the content you want when you want it, from entertainment and sports to kids content and even much more. You can take control of what you watch and make your screen work for you. Download MTN TV by Afro Mobile today. You can actually start streaming. I know that there is a QR code that you need to be looking for right there. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's right there behind me. The QR code that you need to scan right now. Scan it right now and you will download the MTN TV by Afro Mobile. Get started, get watching, and want to say thank you for making the choice of watching NBS Live at 9. These are the headlines. Uganda Railway Corporation staff arrested.
But there are people who just do their fingertips like this and billions go.
Accused of using billions for foreign travel even when they never left Uganda.
We are just giving a fair hearing.
The whereabouts of the missing railway wagons finally unveiled.
Covered you sold 81 as scrap in Uganda last year.
They are reportedly sold by staff as scrap. The big question behind UPDF deployment in Gaza. Could this be a strategy to improve Uganda-US relations?
Uganda contributes to international peace.
A call for unity as opposition members of parliament meet to strategize on carrying out oversight in the 12th parliament.
And every alternative policy you propose should ultimately serve that purpose.
And good news as MTN Uganda partners with AfroMobile to launch a new digital entertainment platform.
Content is not just for the purposes of entertainment. It's also about creating economic participation.
This is NBS Live at 9 with Victoria Sabia.
I am assuming that you have already downloaded the MTN TV by AfroMobile. Meanwhile, you can tune in right now because there is a specific show that I wish I was on, but I'm with you. That is a show that's happening by Ray G. You are seeing it right now. A couple of artists are already on stage. I don't think Ray G has already come up. But if you are missing it and if you are not at Kololo right now, you can download that MTN TV by AfroMobile and you can watch it live. Which brings us to our first story. Meanwhile, my name is Victoria Sabatani and we have Jagwe on sign language. Now, MTN Uganda has partnered with AfroMobile to launch a new digital entertainment platform aimed at expanding access to local and international content while creating more opportunities for Ugandan content creators. The platform, known as MTN TV by AfroMobile, is expected to boost the country's creative industry by addressing challenges of content distribution and monetization.
MTN Uganda and AfroMobile have unveiled an entertainment TV, a digital streaming platform designed to bring movies, live sport, music and other entertainment closer to Ugandan audiences, while providing a new marketplace for local creators. Speaking at the launch, MTN Uganda Chief Executive Officer Sylvia Mulinge said the platform responds to the growing demand for accessible digital entertainment and meaningful internet use.
The content that you're generating is what will allow you to be able to create an economic outcome for yourself. And that is what we truly celebrate. So for me, even as we launch today, my challenge for you is to ask you, what will you do with the connectivity? And what will you do with the opportunity that this platform has given you and the connectivity that we have put across Uganda?
Mulinge says the initiative goes beyond entertainment, describing content as a key driver of Uganda's digital economy. She says the platform will enable creators to produce, distribute, and monetize their work while reaching a wider audiences.
Content is not just for the purposes of entertainment. It's also about creating economic participation. For us, the question we ask ourselves, how do we get a lot more Ugandans, especially young Ugandans, participating in the digital economy? Can a young musician in Kampala find an audience? Can a comedian in Gulu build a national following?
The general manager, AfroMobile, Kevin Kaija, described the partnership as a milestone for Uganda's creative sector, saying it will give local talents greater visibility in the global digital market.
Content is in fact very expensive to produce. So how do we work together to grow within budgets that are commensurate within our markets without compromising the quality and core ethics of production, until we can sustainably afford bigger budgets even as we export our well-curated stories for distribution to the rest of the world.
Ugandan filmmakers welcome the initiative, saying it could help solve two of the industry's biggest challenges, funding and distribution. The Uganda Communication Commission has also welcomed the development. Representing UCC Executive Director Fred Otunoheva urged digital service providers to maintain quality, reliability, and consumer trust while complying with the industry's regulations.
Trust. How reliable is your networks? And how trustworthy are you as an entity in delivering the services that the people demand? Today's launch reflects, like I said, continued convergence of communications technology.
Now, let's move on to the railway story, where the Physical Infrastructure Committee of Parliament has handed over 5 officials from Uganda Railways to the Parliamentary Police Directorate for investigation over the alleged misuse of 4.8 million euros. The committee says the money was reportedly spent on foreign and local trips for officials and staff, the purchase of vehicles and electronic equipment. The arrested include Anani Patrick, Isaac Natukunda Musoke, as well as Pamela and Saul Tukashabe.
Officials from Uganda Railways, led by Managing Director Benon Kajuma, together with the Minister of State for Transport, Siraj Maganda Wandera, returned to the Parliamentary Physical Infrastructure Committee for further scrutiny of allegations surrounding the 4.8 million euros borrowed from a Spanish bank. The money was intended for the rehabilitation and revitalization of the Meter Gauge Railway. Members of the committee became furious with Uganda Railways officials after discovering that more than 4.8 million euros, which was intended to support the Meter Gauge Railway, had allegedly been spent on air travel, meals and refreshments during workshops, vehicles and electronic equipment, with some of the items reportedly purchased at inflated prices.
Of 155 million. These members were not there. But you approved the payment of the travel from Spain, 15 people of the back team office.
During the examination of the officials' records, MPs discovered that some of the foreign trips and workshops listed in the records were allegedly questionable. Some officials were reportedly shown as having traveled to Spain, even though they allegedly did not make the trips.
They had budgeted for you to keep flying from Spain. Honorable Chair, I've never gone to Spain. So who took your money again? Ask them.
The committee also raised concerns over vehicles that officials claimed had been purchased. MPs discovered that some of the vehicles had allegedly been acquired at inflated prices and later disposed of at very low values.
Were there a valuation report by the government valuer to determine the value of those double cabin
car drive? I bought it from Consultrans, but it's not among the pickup. It was the one that was being driven by the expert.
Even all these people here know that those pickups were second-hand. They were old pickups.
This prompted the MPs to take action and refer the officials to the parliamentary police for further questioning.
It was a lump sum contract. We paid after the delivery of support to URC.
MD, you are taking responsibility, by the way, for this kind of abuse.
This gentleman should go to police, he shouldn't waste time.
The committee chaired by Mwine Mpaka also discovered that officials at Uganda Railways had allegedly been selling some components from railway wagons that were reported missing in Kenya, with the items reportedly being sold locally as scrap metals.
Now into politics, the leader of the opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, has called for unity among opposition legislators, saying cooperation across party lines will be critical in delivering on the mandate given to them by voters. Senyonyi says despite coming from different political parties, opposition members of Parliament share a common responsibility of holding government accountable and advancing issues affecting Ugandans. He made the remarks while opening a 2-day opposition induction in Entebbe.
The 2 days induction brings together opposition legislators to reflect on their roles, strengthen their capacity in parliamentary work and develop strategies for effective representation, oversight and legislation. Opening the engagement, Senyonyi challenged MPs from the different opposition parties to put aside political differences and focus on the interests of the citizens they represent.
People of Uganda elected us to be their voice, to defend the public interest and to hold government accountable for its actions and the resources entrusted to it. Our responsibility is therefore much bigger than politics.
Senyonyi told the MPs that although they have different political homes, they must work together as the expectations of their voters remain largely similar.
Our role as the opposition is to provide constructive scrutiny, offer practical alternatives, and ensure that public policies and programs genuinely improve the lives of our people. Every question we ask, every report we analyze, every motion we table, and every alternative policy we propose should ultimately serve that purpose.
During the retreat, Senyonyi also unveiled the opposition legislative priorities for the 12th Parliament, outlining areas the opposition intends to prioritize, including improving agriculture, strengthening education, fighting corruption, and addressing other challenges affecting citizens.
These priorities will provide a common roadmap for our work during the 12th Parliament.
Other speakers at the retreat, including former MPs Jonathan Odur, Goret Namuga, challenged legislators to understand government policies and programs as a basis for holding the executive accountable.
As you get back, ask for the budget of your local government, ask for their work plan, such that you start from there. As we demand for accountability at the national level, for you are there to cause accountability for the area that you do represent.
So you can only propose the alternative when you know the current.
Our task is more or less similar, because the common thing is that as opposition we are mandated to provide checks and balance to government. And that is what unites all of us, whether DP, whether no.
It's important because we have some gaps in the laws, and one of them is we need an amendment in the Trial of Indictment Act, and that is to do with persons having mental incapacity problems.
The legal team of the Obsinga Rwenzururu has begun efforts to recover kingdom properties that were seized by government following the 2016 clashes in Kasese. The move comes after the Obsinga questioned why some of his personal and kingdom properties, including his residence and vehicles, remain inaccessible years after the court case has ended. This has the kingdom leaders renewed calls for the reconstruction of the royal palace.
Nearly a decade after the 2016 security operation at the Rwenzururu Kingdom Palace in Kasese, the kingdom says it is taking fresh legal steps to recover properties that have remained under government control. The issue resurfaced during a kingdom engagement where the Omsinga, Charles Wesley Mumbele, questioned why some of his personal property, including his residence, remains inaccessible despite the conclusion of his court case.
But they are not personal properties. Personal property safe. That is a personal property. Not for
The Omsinga also spoke of the challenges he continues to face without a permanent residence, saying he has lived in rented accommodation both within and outside the kingdom since the destruction of the palace during the 2016 clashes.
When he's in his kingdom, he lives in a rented house. When he is in the country, like in Kampala, also is in a rented house.
The kingdom's legal office says it is following up with the relevant government authorities to facilitate the return of kingdom assets, including vehicles reportedly held at police premises, so they can once again support official kingdom activities.
On grounds that they had acted as exhibits. But we are trying as much as possible, in my docket as the legal officer of the kingdom, I'm trying as much as possible to retrieve those properties.
The Kingdom Prime Minister Baritazare Kule acknowledged that the kingdom continues to operate without adequate office space and permanent facilities.
We need a residential palace for the king. We need the palace, the main palace. We need obviously offices.
He revealed plans to launch a fundraising campaign targeting kingdom subjects, development partners, and government to mobilize resources for rebuilding the royal palace and strengthening the kingdom's administrative structures.
Now, let's move on to a story that has us by tenterhooks. Now, analysts have spoken out on the approval to deploy a UPDF contingent to Gaza, saying it will improve Uganda's international reputation and global exposure, while others argue that it is a risky undertaking that could expose Ugandan soldiers to avoidable danger.
Parliament's approval to deploy a UPDF contingent to the Gaza Strip as part of an international stabilization force. The decision has drawn mixed reactions. Professor Solomon Asimwe, a scholar of security and strategic studies at Nkumba University, welcomed the move, arguing that it enhances Uganda's standing in international security cooperation and strengthens its profile on the global stage.
We have played a role in Somalia, in DRC, in South Sudan. So our going in, I think, would also add on that position that Uganda is contributes to international peace. Okay, which shall be that reputation.
Professor Simwe, however, cautioned that Ugandan troops should only be deployed after a ceasefire has been confirmed to avoid exposing them to crossfire between Palestinian fighters and Israeli forces.
It has to take off actually at the level where the ceasefire has been accepted. I don't think Uganda and any other force can go there if the ceasefire does not stand.
With the United States military comprising approximately 1.35 million active duty service members and about 771,000 reserve personnel, some commentators have questioned why Ugandan troops would be needed for such a mission. Yusuf Serunkuma argues that the Americans could be shielding their own forces at the expense of Ugandan soldiers.
It is not a UN mandate for deployment of peacekeeping forces in Gaza. In fact, right now, Israel is still bombing in Gaza. They're still bombing in refugee camps. They're still bombing the West Bank. So there's zero justification.
Having built a strong record of contributing to peacekeeping missions in African countries such as Somalia, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Liberia and South Sudan, Serunkuma says Uganda has undertaken most of these operations with the backing of the United States. He argues that the latest deployment is another move on the geopolitical chessboard aimed at strengthening ties with the superpower.
We are fast to deploy in South Sudan because we're doing an American job in South Sudan.
Shadow Minister for Defence and Veteran Affairs, Joseph Sewungu, who was in Parliament when the motion was approved, says key questions remain over the duration of the deployment and the framework for compensating the troops.
The Minister of Defence said they will be there until there is peace. So we are saying, as you leave, what are you leaving for the family? This soldier has children, he has his wife, he has his mother, he has people he looks after through the mega salaries earning. So what preparation have you put in place for this?
The current war in the Gaza Strip began on October 7, 2023, when Hamas militants launched a large-scale surprise attack on southern Israel, killing about 1,200 people, most of them civilians, and taking more than 240 hostages. In response, Israel declared war and launched a major military campaign aimed at dismantling Hamas military capabilities and securing the release of the hostages, escalating a conflict rooted in decades of long-standing tensions.
Now on to a sad story. Hundreds of mourners gathered in Ngobe village, Bunamoya, for the burial of Next Media show producer Badru Kasirie, who died in a road accident in the early hours of this morning. Kasiria died alongside his colleague Isaac. Another colleague, Brian Semanda, commonly known as Makona, is still admitted in critical condition. The three were involved in an accident in Namuranda Wakiso district along Entebbe Road when their vehicle, a Toyota Alex registered number UA779DE, collided with a Toyota Hilux registered number UAS976W that had reportedly lost control.
Next Media is mourning after two of its staff, Badru Kasirie and Isaac Ndiamaje, died in an early morning accident today.
Without you, my friend.
Their colleague Brian Semanda alias Makona survived but remains in critical condition. The three were returning at 2 a.m. from covering a clash between social media figures Shawa and Chicken.
I've not seen a man with faith like Badru. I've not seen a man who says Chikoreka. Every time, even if the event is tomorrow, and you tell Badru, favor sponsor, we are the sponsors of the event and we've just landed into the event today, Badru will tell you one thing, Mark Chisoboka.
According to a police statement, a Toyota Hilux registration number UAS976W lost control at Namulanda along Entebbe Road and collided with a vehicle driven by Kasirie, causing a fatal accident.
Preliminary investigations indicated that the driver of motor vehicle UAS976W Toyota Hilux, who was traveling from the Entebbe side towards Kampala, reportedly drifted from his lane while approaching the Starbucks area at Namulanda and collided head-on with the oncoming Toyota Alex registration number UA779DE. As a result of the collision, Badru Kasirie and Isaac Ndiamaje died at the scene.
Grief and tears were evident as friends, relatives and mourners gathered in Ngobe village, Bunamwaya, on Kampala-Wakiso border. Minutes later, Badru Kasirie's body arrived at around 3 p.m. and was taken to his ancestral home in Ngobe village for burial. Sheikh Shafiq Mafu, who led prayers for the late Kasirie, first comforted mourners and urged them to remain steadfast in faith and trust in God. On behalf of Next Media, a message from Next Media Chief Executive Officer Kin Karisa was delivered by Mariam Karisa, Head of Staff Welfare, and Haj Abdul Karim Karisa, General Manager of Salam TV. They described the deceased as a hardworking, responsible, lively and honest person.
We extend our heartfelt condolences on the passing of our colleague and friend Badru Kasirie. Our thoughts and prayers are with you during this difficult time. May God grant your family strength, comfort, and peace.
It's not by what the
The deceased family, led by his father, Seruwaji, thanked Next Media for the support during this difficult moment. He also assured the widow that the family would continue to stand with her. Kasirie is survived by 2 children. His eldest is about 3 years old. Meanwhile, arrangements are also underway to lay Isaac Ndiamaje to rest. His burial is set for Sunday at noon in Zirowe, Luwero district. May their souls rest in eternal peace.
Our hearts truly do go to the families and those that have loved our colleagues. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Bothaboth, has condoled with Next Media following the accident that claimed 2 staff members and left a third in critical condition. The Speaker made the remarks while attending the Through the Lens exhibition at Next Media Park, celebrating photojournalism and the work of photojournalist Francis Isano.
The second edition of Through the Lens exhibition was held at the Next Media Park with government officials, politicians and private sector players in attendance. Speaking at the event, the Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Oboth condoled with the Next Media family following the loss of two staff members, Badru Kasirye and Isaac Ndamaje, in an accident along Entebbe Road.
On behalf of Parliament and on my own behalf, to convey our heartfelt, sincere condolences to you as the CEO, Mr. Ken Karisa, the Next Media fraternity, and to the families of those who have lost their lives.
The Speaker called on the relevant authorities to ensure the roads are safe to avoid such senseless deaths that are claiming lives. Next Media CEO Ken Karisa recounted how what would have been a perfect day turned into a tragedy.
Continue making sure that our roads are safer, that people can be able to enjoy the rides and get to their destinations as as planned.
I woke up at 5 a.m. and when I checked on my phone, we had lost two of our people. There was a pickup. It kind of swerved from on their side, even it is in the police report, went and hit our people. The vehicle, our people in our investigative team, they found that pickup had a lot of booze. I think they were drunk or something.
Ken also used this opportunity to call for a review of duty tax on mobile devices, saying with the increase in consumption of data and many using mobile devices for content creation, the focus should be shifted.
It's only Uganda that charges duty on mobile devices, smart mobile devices. Kenya doesn't, Tanzania doesn't, Rwanda doesn't, South Africa doesn't. Nigeria and others. That duty makes these mobile phones, you see, expensive, yet would make them cheaper, and then you can charge data. More people will consume data, and you are able to get more taxes.
Isano Francis, the brains behind the Through the Lens exhibition, has been praised for his innovativeness, the passion that has driven him through the years, and consistency.
In this world, if you're passionate about what you're doing, you will be attractive. Nobody can ever ignore you. So Isanu, the Speaker of Parliament, would not ignore your invitation.
But the passion, the commitment, the engagement.
Isano commended Next Media for the opportunity to live his passion as a photojournalist for the last 7 years.
I've gone to these districts in the whole of this Uganda. I've captured moments here and there. I've gone outside this country. But I have always had a feeling of how do I gather people like you, like these big people you see here, and we celebrate the power of photojournalism.
More to come, brought to you by
Global Paint! How? For the seating. For us, we use Global Mat.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
Well, in more to come, we tackle corruption. The chairperson of the Patriotic League of Uganda and Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has vowed to eradicate corruption. All of that story and much more will be coming after the break. But meanwhile, you should already have downloaded the MTN TV by Afro Mobile. If you haven't, you can absolutely scan the QR code and get yourself ready to watch and have your own viewing experience at your own control. So download the app right now, and you have the opportunity to also watch tonight's show by Ray G that is happening at Kololo. If you have missed out on it, don't worry, it can be straight on your phone. Just download the MTN TV by Afro Mobile. Well, just like that, let's go ahead for a quick break. We'll be right back.
and join us, guys.
Some moments are just for you.
Just you.
Flavor with a zest.
School feeding programs are not just about food. They are about education, health, and equality. Every child deserves to learn without hunger. That is why our school and leaders should make school feeding a priority.
Well-fed children are more attentive and perform better in school. As a parent, it is your duty to ensure your child has access to school meals. Together, we can end child hunger and malnutrition by ensuring every child has school meals. This message is brought to you by World Vision Uganda.
Hello, Mr. Mukasa.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay, sir. Are you the broker?
The original one.
I was told you have very good rentals.
That is right. How many bedrooms do you want?
I want 3 bedrooms.
Okay, did I tell you of the price?
Yes, of course. 500,000.
Ah, no. This side, the salary went a bit high.
Why?
Because the paint we use is of good quality. So the place gained the value.
Which paint?
Global paint.
How?
For the ceiling, for us we use Global Mat. And for the inside walls, we use Global Silk V9.
Okay, tell me about the outside walls.
Outside we use Global Weather Coat Emulsion so that the walls don't peel.
I'm really impressed. The precision you put while painting, I'm willing to pay any amount.
That is true, because here for us quality is paramount and the place becomes umite.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
How do you make a party? You take time to prepare, to bring all the pieces together, to craft it right. The result, great refreshment. And that makes it time well spent. Club, brewed longer for longer refreshment.
Uganda is moving forward, and at the heart of that movement is the most extensive fiber network in East Africa, with more than 15,000 kilometers of fiber and over 5,000 telecom mast sites. Soliton Telmec is the backbone that enables Uganda's telecom and digital infrastructure, connecting government services, businesses, homes, universities, hospitals, banks, villages, and telecom masts. We don't just build networks, we maintain and commercialize critical infrastructure that supports national development. East Africa's leading fiber company, connecting Uganda with the most capacity. Soliton Telmec, building networks for life.
There is a new era of elegance and it begins at your event. At Peno Events, we have upgraded with fresh, modern, stylish event pieces designed to transform any space into a masterpiece. From luxury tents to elegant furniture to premium mobile washrooms, hand wash stations, lounge sets, parasols, wooden chairs, modern chair set, banquet setup. Peno Events, safe, reliable, stylish. Book now.
Malayuni Pride Bank. It is so easy. You just have to maintain a minimum monthly balance of 100K and we'll give you health insurance for free. The bigger the balance, the bigger the benefits. Visit a nearby branch or call 0800 333 999 to learn more.
Pride Bank. Your growth is our pride.
Welcome back. You're still tuned into NBS Live at 9. Now, the NRM Parliamentary Caucus sitting at Munyonyo Resort Hotel in Kampala has resolved to endorse Dr. Olara Otunu for the position of United Nations Secretary General. While addressing the media at Parliament after the caucus meeting, the government chief whip, Dr. Ruth Acheng, revealed that the caucus resolved to support and defend the government's position on the deployment of a UPDF contingent to the Gaza Strip, arguing that the mission is intended to bring peace to the war-torn area.
Parliamentary Caucus on Friday held a closed-door engagement at Commonwealth Resort Hotel in Munyonyo and passed 11 resolutions aimed at strengthening party positions ahead of the key national and international engagements.
That in the past, when we send their...
The caucus was addressed by the President and later Government Chief Whip Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng briefed the media about the outcome of the meeting.
Support the candidature of Ambassador.
Government Chief Whip Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng says the caucus resolved to endorse and support Dr. Olara Otunu for the position of the Secretary General at the United Nations.
And all of you are already aware that Dr. Olara Otunu previously served in the UN. And he has all the qualities and the qualifications that would make him a very good Secretary General. Therefore, we as Uganda and as the NRM Parliamentary Caucus support his candidature.
On foreign policy and security, the caucus also resolved to support and defend government's position to deploy UPDF troops in Gaza Strip.
To ensure that we have peace, not only in our region, but in the entire world. And Uganda has been a great supporter of peace. That is why we support the deployment of our troops when they are going in to promote peace without taking sides.
The caucus stressed the need to intensify the fight against graft at all levels in government.
To continue supporting the fight against corruption across all sectors of government, to promote Uganda's socio-economic transformation.
On party financing, the Chief Whip revealed that members agreed to contribute 250,000 shillings monthly. Of this, 150,000 shillings will go to the NRM party and 100,000 shillings to the NRM Parliamentary Caucus.
The 250 divided into two parts. 150,000 goes to the NRM Secretariat. Only 100,000 remains with the caucus to support caucus activities and its members. The funds that go to the Secretariat support party activities, including supporting its members during campaigns and for other activities.
The issue of electoral violence also took center stage, with members expressing concern as women and local government elections remain underway.
To support discipline and integrity in the election processes, both internally and nationally, by desisting from all forms of malpractice.
The Munyonyo sitting is expected to guide the NRM's legislative and political agenda in the coming months.
And now concerns are mounting in Karamoja after thousands of vulnerable residents are missing from the register of the government's emergency food. Leaders warn that unless the beneficiary lists are revised, many families facing severe hunger will lose their lives.
As emergency food distribution continues across the Karamoja sub-region, frustration is growing among families whose names do not appear on the official beneficiary lists. Community leaders say thousands of vulnerable households have been excluded despite facing the same food shortages as those receiving assistance.
This has really caused again more and more anger, because when you see, like I received from my family and my neighbor, he has not gotten anything. It gives a person a lot of pain and hunger will go high.
The list has come under scrutiny after leaders said it was generated using the 2024 population census and does not reflect new households formed over the past 2 years. As a result, many newly established families have reportedly been left out of the food distribution program.
The people were registered according to their households. Now from that time, from 2024 up to date, many households were created.
During the census, not all people were captured. Some people were in the kraals, some people were in the bush looking for firewood or for charcoal. Not all people were captured. Some people missed because they don't have the national IDs.
The challenge is even more pronounced among pastoralist communities. In Lotisan sub-county, local leaders say more than 700 households are missing from the register. They attribute the omissions to the nomadic lifestyle of many residents who were away grazing livestock when household registration was conducted. Area leaders say they submitted updated household lists to guide the distribution exercise, but were surprised when a different register was presented during the rollout. They are now appealing for the lists to be reviewed to ensure all deserving families receive relief food.
I registered the households in my village, 1,200. The food that these people have brought, it is a very little food. And we are told to register all the households.
The concerns come as the hunger situation in Karamoja remains critical. According to the Ministry of Karamoja Affairs, about 50 people have died from hunger-related causes during the ongoing food crisis.
The records which we got indicate that 53 people across all the 9 districts of Karamoja had died because of famine and hunger-related illnesses. We have that raw data, is not yet processed, but this data is available in all the district offices.
Leaders fear the death toll could rise further if vulnerable households left out from the register are not urgently considered.
Those excess population or households that are not captured before, we are also going to put those on a side that we can be able to ask again the government to also consider them in the next consignment.
Well, it's about that time we get to our social spotlight. Let's see what questions, or rather what some of our people are saying on social media. Let's read. The president over there says, today I met the NRM Parliamentary Caucus at Munyonyo and shared with them what I picked from Wananchi during the recent campaigns. I directed that corruption in the health sector and the parish development model be decisively tackled. The theft of medicines, absenteeism by health workers, diversion of PDM funds, the sale of government jobs, and all forms of corruption must stop. These members of parliament must speak out without fear, monitor government programs closely, and ensure that they deliver real benefits to the people. That's on our social spotlight this particular evening. That was the president actually speaking on corruption. They are really going hard on that. But meanwhile, it is not corrupt for us to go on a quick break.
The Presidential Initiative for Skilling the Girl and Boy Child, a project under State House, informs all divisions of Kampala that registration for young girls and boys of the 15 to 35 years age bracket will take place on Thursday, 13th of August 2026, with training starting on Monday, 17th of August 2026 at the following skilling centers: Wandegea Market, Mulago Catholic Church, All Saints Church of Uganda Mutundwe, Nakulabye Chiwunya Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church, Luzira Prisons at St. Stephen's Church of Uganda Luzira, Subway Crested Towers Roundabout, Wabigalo Parish Community Hall, Butikira Parish Catholic Church, Chigowa Antinda, and Makere Chikweni Community Hall. Registration and training are free of charge. To register, bring a photocopy of your national ID or your parents' or the guardian's ID for minors, signed and stamped by the LC1 with their phone contact, plus 4 recent passport photos. For more information, call 0716 144 562 or 0414 343 457 and 0414 343 458.
MTN voice bundle. Ay. Load. Hey. Hello, Mama. Hey, it is me, your son, Opio. Hey, now, Mama, listen to me. MTN has the offer. Yes, it has the offer. You load from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now, they have free MTN to MTN minutes. And those minutes are there all day. So you load, you'll thank me later.
Load an MTN voice bundle between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and get 3 free MTN to MTN minutes valid all day. Dial *100 *21 hash and get your free minutes bully daily. Free your fire with free minutes from MTN. Together, our connection is unstoppable. MTN.
Uganda, are you ready for the biggest honey show in Africa? This August, Tunado welcomes the world to the 4th Africa Apimondia Symposium and Exhibition featuring honey show, apiculture, learning sessions, and business networking opportunities under the theme Beekeeping for Business and Livelihoods. Come join apiculture leaders, researchers, processors, investors, and food systems practitioners from across Africa and beyond. Come and be part of this historic gathering from the 25th to the 28th of August 2026 at Hotel Africana, Kampala. The 4th Africa Apimondia Symposium and Honey Show is organized by Tunado in partnership with Come, Network, Learn, Grow.
In today's world, opportunity is digital. Is your education keeping pace? At Cavendish University, Uganda, we don't just use technology, we're built around it. Our state-of-the-art digital portal and our world-class public health laboratories are your launchpad. Because here, we focus on one outcome, your success. We equip you with in-demand digital skills, critical thinking, and real-world experience. We don't just award degrees, we prepare you for gainful employment and entrepreneurship globally. Enroll with Cavendish University, Uganda this semester. Registration is ongoing. Cavendish University, Uganda. Your success begins here.
We don't need anyone's permission to move forward. What we need is the power to do it our way. Spiro is not your typical EV company. It's the power grid for African ambition. A network that connects Nairobi to Kigali, Lagos to Lome, Dar to Kampala. Not with cables and wires, but with clean, quiet, relentless movement. This is Africa, powered by us.
Nine?
Yenyabo.
You wanna make tasty food that says, you wanna do that doesn't steal.
Cook better, sell better with Nile Healthy Cholesterol-Free Cooking Oil and non-sticky wheat flour. Nile, yenyabo.
Come and join us, guys.
Some moments are just for you.
Just you.
Flavor with a zest.
Back now, the Rotary Club of Chigo Seven Lakes has kicked off its first vocational fellowship for the 2026-27 Rotary financial year with a visit to Mengo Hospital, reaffirming its commitment to professional development and community service. The fellowship brought together club members for an engaging experience at one of Uganda's leading healthcare institutions. As part of the fellowship, members toured Nasoro Children's Ward, where they will learn about the specialized care provided to young patients and appreciate the dedication of medical staff in improving children's health outcomes.
The fellowship, led by the club president Maria Odido and the charter president Jimmy Mugera, brought together Rotarians from an interactive learning experience at one of Uganda's oldest and most respected healthcare institutions, Mengo Hospital.
So among the private non-for-profit, we are the leading.
The visit to Mengo Hospital provided members with a unique opportunity to appreciate the vital role healthcare professionals play in delivering quality medical services while promoting Rotary's core value of vocational service. Through the fellowship, members explored various departments within the hospital to gain first-hand knowledge of modern healthcare practices and the challenges faced by medical practitioners. Speaking during the fellowship, Club President Maria Odido emphasized that the vocational fellowships are an important avenue for members to learn from professionals, share experiences, and strengthen partnerships that positively impact communities.
One of the things we believe in is understanding how our community works. And in understanding how our community works, we also get to understand where can we chip in to advance our community needs. And because of that, one of the activities we've done this year is to visit Mengo Hospital, where we are now. Our visit to Mengo Hospital has been a real eye-opener. We've visited the pediatric ward. We visited several of the other sections of the hospital, and it is really interesting. One of the most interesting facts that we have seen today is that Mengo Hospital is second only in its rating to Mbale Referral Hospital. And so for those of us who did not have those kind of facts, it was a great revelation.
Now back to the politics. The chairperson of the Patriotic League of Uganda and Chief of Defence Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has vowed to eradicate corruption in the country through various initiatives, including supporting government agencies tasked with fighting graft. In a message delivered by the PLU Secretary General, it was emphasized that the mission of the movement is driven by patriotism, the very reason the group is named the Patriotic League of Uganda. He says that corruption will be eradicated.
We identified a lot of gaps in local government and the entire district leadership of Bulanguli and even other districts. You've seen wherever he moves, he identifies problems. Now, why do we wait here? Why would we have stakeholders at district? We have office of the RDC, with deputy RDC, with 2 assistants. We have office of the DISO, with deputy DISO. Honorable Minister Bala moves and identify the corrupt. Then we have the RDC. Should we say we don't need this jobs? Should we say the docket of RDC is useless in our country? And yet we have our Ugandans, people who want to serve this country freely. For us, I want to tell you, as patriotic people of Uganda, and now you people, the Patriots Club, join us and we put a huge force against corruption.
The club comprises of health workers, lawyers, teachers, farmers, business persons, and all other ordinary Ugandans who are passionate
And now let's move on to the region. A landmark High Court ruling has reignited debate over the date of Kenya's next general election. The court has declared that under the Constitution, the next presidential election ought to have been held on the second Tuesday of August 2026 and not in 2027 as currently scheduled by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Brian Amwai reports that the judge has, however, suspended the implementation of the ruling until after the 2027 general election, meaning the decision will not immediately alter the electoral calendar. The judgment has triggered sharp political and legal reactions, with constitutional experts describing it as one of the most significant election-related rulings in recent years.
Delivered in Malindi has drawn fresh attention to a constitutional question that has lingered since the 2022 general election. When exactly should Kenya hold its next presidential poll? Justice Mugure Thande ruled that the Constitution requires the election to be conducted on the second Tuesday of August in the fifth year following the previous general election. According to the court, that date would have been Tuesday, August 11th, 2026, not 2027. The petitioners had argued that postponing the election beyond that date would violate constitutional timelines.
Let me say, William Ruto, your time is up. On Tuesday, you become nothing more than a president that has been given mandate by a court because of logistical issues, nothing else. Your term is over as of Tuesday. You are now then just given a template by a court. Your term has not been extended. That means if we were to read the Constitution, Article 134 describes a temporary president for such a circumstance. The first vote should have been on Tuesday, the 11th. After the first vote, you become a temporary president. And there are various things you can and you cannot do.
In her judgment, Justice Thande suspended the implementation of the decision until after the 2027 general election, meaning the ruling does not compel IEBC to organize a presidential election next week. The court therefore left the current electoral timetable intact while allowing the constitutional interpretation to stand for future consideration. The decision has intensified debate around Article 136 of the Constitution, which provides that a presidential election shall be held on the same day as the general election. Kenya's current electoral calendar places the next general election on 10th of August 2027, 5 years after the 2022 poll. Advocate Willie Sotieno, who started advancing this particular argument, welcomed the move.
Why IEBC cannot instigate the constituency election officers, the returning officers, to conduct elections within 60 days from the 11th of August 2026. If there be any other logistical arrangements beyond 60 days, they should make a case to the people of Kenya that we need an extra 60 over and above the 60 in the Constitution. They should conduct those elections within 120 days. That is what the Kenyan people can take as permissible. Anything beyond that, in my view, is an usurpation of the sovereign will of the people. And the legitimacy and the term of office of William Ruto as president, exercising a donated sovereign power of the people, lapses on the 10th of August 2026.
Legal experts now expect the matter to proceed to the Court of Appeal and potentially to the Supreme Court, setting the stage for a prolonged constitutional battle over Kenya's electoral calendar. The judiciary has in the past been called upon to interpret election timeline, including disputes arising from previous general elections and presidential petitions. Brian Amuai for Live at 9.
you need a bigger space to grow your business.
You need to be ready for any season.
You need faster checkouts for these busy days.
In business, you need advice, solutions, and sector expertise when it matters.
Your new office space looks great. What's next?
We get it. Absa Business Banking.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Here's how you chase that gray away. You're a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air like you don't care, baby, by the way.
Why pay for someone else's repairs? Say goodbye to hidden costs and hello to peace of mind of a brand new start. Discover the Suzuki range of unmatched fuel-efficient and reliable options. From the iconic Jimny to the new Across Hybrid. Find the perfect blend of style and world-class efficiency. Upgrade today and enjoy 1 year of free fuel and comprehensive insurance, plus 2 years of free service and a 3-year warranty. Trade in your current car or choose financing to start driving as you pay installments. Don't wait. Visit the Suzuki showroom today or call 0800-211-033 to get started.
Experience the ultimate in bathing luxury with Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap. Choose from a variety of refreshing types, including menthol, antibacterial, ice cool, blueberry, coconut, and raspberry. Each one promises an upper-world, refreshing feel that redefines your experience with bathing. Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap, the ultimate refreshing feel. Distributed by Chopper General Enterprises, located at shop number 3, Rafik Building, Chikoba, Kampala. You can find Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap in shops and supermarkets nearby.
Searching for the right investment destination, Kabalega Petro-based Industrial Park is now open for business in Hoima, Uganda. Over 221 plots measuring 536 acres are available for petrochemicals, agro-processing, manufacturing, industrial services, logistics, warehousing, ICT, hospitality, commercial, and residential. Don't let this opportunity pass you. Visit the KIP investor portal at kip.unoc.com. Discover the various investment opportunities and project updates. Create an account and book a site visit at KIP. Kabalega Petro-based Industrial Park is open for business. Invest in KIP. Invest in Uganda.
New Tusker Premium Cider. Crisp, delicious apples crushed and blended to create a unique taste explosion.
Business Pulse, brought to you by
Let's jump into business. Now, the Uganda Association of Artisanal and Small-Scale Miners have tasked the government to streamline licensing in the mining sector. The miners say the government should extend technical support and extension services to the mining sector just as they do for other sectors. They note that mining earns Uganda billions of shillings from mineral exports and needs equal attention.
Artisanal and small-scale mining in Uganda is regarded as an economic venture that supports over 6
100,000 direct jobs. But despite its huge contribution to the Uganda's exports, the sector remains largely informal, with 85% of the miners operating without licenses. This is largely blamed on government for slapping tough guidelines for artisanals to access the mining licenses.
You're telling a person that they are supposed to dig a pit of 10 meters deeper, but then you are telling them to spend 30 million doing an environmental impact assessment over a 10-meter deep pit. So the artisanal miner looks at the 30 million and what it can do in his pit, and he says, you know what, let me stay illegal, because after all, we will be chasing each other with the police. When it runs the other side, I'll come and mine. They are not even covering the ground.
The Chief Executive Officer for the Uganda Association of Artisanal and Small-Scale Miners, Kenneth Asimwe, says the government is yet to acknowledge the contribution of artisanal miners, which defines reasons as to why it made licenses acquisition so complicated. Asimwe also questions why foreign investors quickly access licenses as compared to local artisanal miners. He says the government should start issuing licenses basing on environmental assessments by NEMA.
If NEMA produces an environmental management plan that gives a criteria on what all miners are supposed to do, it is easy to develop. It is a checklist. You must do this, you must do this, you must do this. If this is not done, we will close your mining facility.
Artisanal miners are set to get formal training. Industry stakeholders have begun a national curriculum, with GIZ and Woodcross Resources establishing a facility in Chikagate, Isinjiro.
Miners from different parts of the country will be able to come, be assessed and certified and licensed and nationally recognized by the Ministry of Education.
We need to invest in formalizing ASM collectively. Additionally, we need to partner on technology and skills transfer.
A skills expert committee has been nominated and now awaits council approval to roll out training for artisanal miners.
SEC will sit down to validate that report, and after the passing, then we will have impact on directing
curriculum development.
Let's get to our sports wrap this evening. The Ebola outbreak has affected international participation in the 2026 Tusker Light Mount Rwenzori Marathon, while the Uganda Olympic Committee has hailed Team Uganda's performance at the Commonwealth Games and pledged greater investment in the team and para sports.
Organizers of the 2026 Tusker Light Mount Rwenzori Marathon say the Ebola outbreak has forced several international athletes to withdraw from the August 22nd race in Kasese. Race organizer Amos Wekesa says runners from the United States, Canada, the Middle East and other countries have pulled out, although registration remains strong across East Africa, led by Kenya.
Government made a mistake in communicating with the world about Ebola. Because honestly, there's no Ugandan who died of Ebola. Number two, there were Congolese, two of them that died. I think we would have handled information a lot better. We were expecting probably 1,000 Americans, we were expecting so many Canadians coming in, we're expecting Australians, we're expecting people from the Middle East, and all these guys are not coming.
The event will make history as Uganda's first World Athletics Labor Marathon, offering qualification opportunities for the Olympic Games and major races, including the London and Boston marathons, with a World Athletics set to broadcast the event live.
This year we've done about 29 countries, activations around the world. And that's why lots of people are interested in coming. We are going to probably double the number next year, and we have more experts coming on board to work with us to make sure that this marathon is not just a labor marathon, but it goes to elite, most likely by the end of this year.
This year's kit is a result of a long process trying to design a kit that works both for runners but also for people to use in their everyday lives. The kit has the contour lines that describe the Rwenzori Mountains. It has the equator that is home to the marathon and proves that we are the only marathon on the planet that crosses the equator.
As Tusker Light, we are not just a light beer. We also identify ourselves as a lifestyle brand. So this kit is representative of that. We wanted to show it in its fashion style. We wanted to show people how else you can wear the kit. It's not only just for running.
Meanwhile, the Uganda Olympic Committee has commended Team Uganda for its performance at the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow after the team returned home with 3 medals. UOC President Donald Rukare said the Games highlighted Uganda's growing strength in team and para sports, citing the women's 3x3 basketball team's historic silver medal.
For the first time in our history, we had 5 semi-finals and 1 final. Our relay team qualified for the finals of a relay. You should be celebrating. We should be saying that next is going to be podium. We need to diversify and have a strategy. It's not an excuse for not having gold. So to me, I celebrate our girls. I celebrate the netball team. They lost by 6 points, even to the top teams, not 20.
Rukare, also who serves as the president of Commonwealth Sport, which unites 74 nations and territories, also pledged increased investment to improve future international performances.
Sometimes escape begins above the clouds, where peace waits beneath the trees. Here, nature invites you to breathe, to reconnect, to feel alive again. Where warm welcomes feel as natural as the forest around you. A sanctuary designed for comfort, and moments made to flow effortlessly. Forest Resort Louise, where nature welcomes you home.
Start something new, something uplifting, something so effortless and golden. A thirst-quenching burst of sweetness and malty flavor, so rich and full of memories. It's 100% taste, 0 alcohol. Try it, savor it. Feel it elevate every moment. Sip after sip, gulp after gulp. After all, life's about turning ordinary thrills into golden chills.
Start something malty with the new Evervest Malt Apple and Pineapple. Try the burst of sweetness and malty flavor. It's 100% taste, 0 alcohol. Available in a shop or supermarket near you. Evervest Malt. Make every moment golden. Evervest Malt is from the makers of PepsiCo.
Hey, travelers! Are you a family gearing up for that big vacation, a hustler working abroad coming home, or your squad chasing sunsets and passport stamps? It's time you lock in. Say goodbye to long airport queues, shocking roaming bills, and the stress of hunting for local SIM cards, because now you can travel like a local. Stay connected in over 180 countries. Just scan, tap, and boom! Instant data the moment you reach your destination. Get your Rogue Travel eSIM today at travel.roguetelcom.co.ug. Contact us on 020-5000123.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli,
Looking for a vacation of a lifetime? Cross the equator and discover Pineapple Bay Resort. Enjoy exceptional life's luxuries. Spend quality time with family, friends, or even that special someone. Get in touch with nature with our range of outdoor activities. The calming tranquility of water, breathtaking views, moving memories around campfires. It's all here. Plus, a club experience like no other at Pineapple Bay Clubhouse. It's a whole vibe. You can hire any of our 3 VIP cruise boats for groups of 10, 14, or 25 people. Or you can cruise out with swag on a luxury yacht for 12 people. Our premium boats are all safety compliant. Make your next vacay all-round experience at Pineapple Bay, located on Bulago Island, right in the midst of Lake Victoria. Talk to us today.
Well, that surely does bring us to the end of this evening's bulletin. But even before we go, you need to know, have you scanned already? Have you not scanned? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and scan that particular QR code to get yourself hooked to MTN TV by Afro Mobile. You can tune into every single thing that you wish to tune into, including NBS Live at 9. But also, if you're looking forward to tuning into the live show by Ray G at Kololo, that is also happening. You can tune in on that particular app. And I just want to say thank you so much for choosing to stay informed with us here at NBS Live at 9. From myself and the rest of the team, goodbye, God bless.